Alright, we're back. Let's get some side quests before we do anything too crazy. I did load back and change, Palagina's, so she follows what she thought is right.
Tread carefully, Estremor.
Sensing your approach, an agitated elven hunter suddenly drops his conversation and turns to face you. What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? A red stripe of paint gleams, pearly with sweat from cheekbone to cheekbone. We speak of Glenfaffin matters. Begone. The huntress in the group raises her calloused hand. Still your heart, Riadai. Ah, Riadai. Do not forget where you stand. She parts the fine strands of golden hair that float before her face, and acknowledges you with a nod. In the house of our ancestors and the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. Riadai look away and fumes in a restrained breath. The ancestors will forgive me, and my brother, when I clean the shame from his name. He looks at the huntress, and from the taint that is brought to our tribe. What happened to your brother? My brother. The hunter's heavy breathing pauses for a moment. My brother Fjorm is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt, but hasn't returned. And now, Arthwin, that puny liar, claims that my brother. Riadai clenches his fists. The elven huntress fills in the silence. Arthwin belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against Fjorm during their blood hunt. He gives a glancing look to Riadai. Arthwin claims that Fjorm has exiled himself, deciding to not return to Twin Elms. Is he dead? Come on, that better not be the twist. Riadai scowls. His stripe of paint curls like an angry wound. Exiled? In shame? For losing to him during the blood hunt? Can you believe this liar? Even though Arthwin returned with a giant Stilgar's fang as proof, it's hard to believe that Fjorm would have failed to kill the prey first. The huntress digs her heel in the dark soil, but she cannot claim that yet, Riadai. Not until the Anamfafa judge the truth. Arthum's weak, from a lower tribe. Wow, do I have to help this giant racist? Riadai bares his teeth. He lies. I'll find the truth and clean my brother's name. Why would he lie? Riadai throws his arms in the air. Why? He looks at you as if the answer were obvious. Die, please, still your anger. He does not know our customs. The huntress turns to you and nods. Arthwin stands much to gain from claiming a victory over Fjorm. It brings renown and glory to his kin, a lesser tribe, the Twice-Split Arrows. Arthwin has no history, no name, and now he returns a hero of my brother. Riadai's face twists in ire. Tricked, perhaps worse. How would you plan? A bead of sweat rolls down Riadai's forehead and hangs from his red-painted cheekbone like a drop of blood. It quivers as the hunter's muscles twitch. I can't tarry here while my brother's fate remains unknown. The Anamfafa must let me go. To judge Arthwin, and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. The huntress lowers her head, glancing at you. Before the Anamfafa, only an impartial voice can speak for what happened. Riadai whips his neck, and a drop of sweat lingering on his cheekbone flies in your direction. You mean to involve this one? An Estremor? Ah, that's 3. She points at him, her callous finger curved like a claw. Listen to me now. Arthwin returned, with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The huntress blows against the fine hairs floating down her face. The tribes are split. Something must be done. She looks at you, and this one is known to speak the truth. Oh wow, that's cool. If you have a reputation for honesty, they trust you. Fjorm and Arthwin went to the Northweald Forest, beyond the Oldsong Pass, to hunt a giant Stilgar. Search there and return to us with the truth if you can. But be aware, Stilgar of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. Alright, we gotta fight some tigers. Estremor, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know my brother's fate and clean the stain that Arthwin has spilled on our tribe. Throws his chin back. Anything. This I claim. Why should I help this giant racist? I should go back and kill those ogres before I forget. Ooh. Right. There's probably many others. Hold on. Let's just start invading people's homes. How do I get it? Oh no, further down. Merla, that Glenfaffin witch sold me useless twigs and herbs. She'll pay, that witch, she'll. Fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles, the Valian merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there, have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents his every sentence. Liars, cheats, swindlers. That duplicitous bitch Alari. She claimed to be selling Ilarda Gola flower buds, but all I have now is fixed bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants to the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, kicking up pungent, savory scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. What did she say? Nothing of substance. She defended herself, of course, saying hers were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one will value my word over hers. Or I can lie with impunity when surrounded by our gangs of savage thugs. Huh, he dropped his voice. What do you intend to do about this? Get my... He halts his sentence, his eyes darting about at nearby Glenfaffin guards. I'm in a savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her here, on tribal soil. He sighs, pressing on his temple. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Larhi. I don't suppose, he looks at you, sizing up. If you're willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your trouble. I'll see what I can do.
All right, then.
Good day to you.
I am destitute and have but a few meager offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment from Larhi, I'll have funds to resupply my stores. Okay. Alright, time to go talk to... Whoa, we got big man over here.
All right, then.
Probably where... Time to go talk some sense into her. Oh. Where's Haggard Shoes?
Welcome.
A middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting as you approach. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. Seems to you walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those of interest to stories are most of all. Who are you? My name is Elithirian. They call me Haggard Shoes for all the walking I used to do, and all the boots I wore down. But those days are well behind me. My eyes have seen a great deal, and now my ears get their fill from the travelers who come through here. Tell you about this place. I founded the inn many years ago, but in many ways its tale begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. The sky was troubled that night, with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet, instead toward Eora. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within like a fiery heart. But the tree survived, and over the years it grew, and grew, and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see now, and grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see it there. He gestures toward the large stone at the center of the room. Around the tree's heart I built this inn, to welcome all travelers who might look upon it. Okay. Let's see the stone. The unusual stone pulses with warmth. This is gonna come up later?
Of course.
Oh, what's...
Well met, friend.
Damn, we can met. A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. I'm learning firsthand the many shortcomings of Glenfaffin hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the palm of a long estac, cinched low on her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility towards outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks, inexcusable. Hope I don't seem too forward, but I need my friend to help my friend, and you look like the right person for the job. A sly smile carves a dimple in her cheek. Which is to say, you're not Glenfaffin, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. And allies, well, they help each other, do they not? Who are you? Where did I leave my ambassadorial manners? I am Quinniff. Pleasure to meet you. Just another Estrom minor. What help do you need? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Quinniff looks to both sides, scanning for uninvited visitors. Glenfaffen scouts, and not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs. She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming, and I need somebody ready to fight if it comes to that. She taps her hand to the pommel of her Estak. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do. But if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling some blood. What do your friends do? Just setting foot near Glenfaff is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing the path the expedition takes for. Why aren't you with the rest of them? Why not warn yourself? Her posture stiffens at the question. It was my turn to handle Far Patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my track back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods, and I know how to stay quiet, but I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me warning my friend, we'd have been overrun. Quinniff tilts her head to the side and points to you with a grin. But if they notice me and some reinforcements, like, say, you, well, then at least we can scare them off or put up a good fight. I'd like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. Quinniff darts a shrewd smile. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from near Glenfaff at the end of the War of Black Trees. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glenfaffins agree. So you're going into, a different country's land and just taking stuff there without permission. My expedition set out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east to cross the Glenfaffin lands. I split off once we arrived at the Vale, the natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on Glenfaffins while the main group scoured the target area. For days we eluded them, but the Fangs got wise to our progress. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is noble. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. Alright. I knew I could count on you. Assuming the Fangs didn't already get them, my friends should now be, or are at around the Pilgrim's Trail to Northfield. The plan was to camp along a trail leading to the Temple of Hylia. Find my comrades, warn them the Fangs are coming, and help them clear out the forest. I'll head off first on my own to see if I can't lead the Fangs astray and buy some time. She pulls her Estak a few inches out of his scabbard and cracks a smile. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw steel. Should it come to that, I'm glad you're on our side. She is also kind of a huge asshole, but what can I say? She's the quest giver.
Hey.
Let me see who else is here. Gaius Fireman. Nope, that's the orange back is... Where is this? She's probably upstairs then, I guess. Is she? Hold on. High Monk.
Greetings.
Oh. The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. This room needs a proper door, he mutters. My brothers and I rented a space, that we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another here in this room. Who are you? My brother and I were having a private conversation in a room we rented for our use. Please, there is a tavern full of people who would provide you with the banter you seek. Oh, tell him. Robes like ours, you say? Was he carrying anything? Did he tell you anything? Hand you anything? Please, we've been waiting for another of our order to meet us here, and if you found them. All eyes fall to the floor as the monks begin to whisper chants in unison to their fallen friend. Gave me this missive. Hand me that! The monk exclaims. He snatches the missive from her grasp. Almost immediately, his face turns red. I mean, please, this is of great importance. Breaking the seal. The monk unrolls the handwritten scroll contained within and quickly reads the message, his lips breathlessly mouthing the text. Turns to address his brothers. My brethren, the arch-martyr has sent word. At long last, we now have what we need. Thank you, stranger. Your honest soul is to be applauded. I admit I was surprised. When you handed me the message, I expected the seals to be broken. The monk turns red, his face smiling for the first time. I am glad to see common decency is not yet lost from this world. He reaches into the folds of his robes. Here, your honesty must be rewarded. Alright, get twin elves. Mod. Oh,
Hey.
damn it, we didn't even know what it was? Aw, maybe we could have gotten a quest from that.
Of course.
Oh well. Wait, where's the frickin'... Oh, I guess she's over there then. Oh well. Still had to find this merchant lady.
You work for the Dukes of the Valian Republics, huh?
Ah, for as long as they will allow.
Must be nice always knowing who you're supposed to serve.
Well, there are 5 of them, but even so, knowing who is easier than knowing how.
Alright, let's see. So where is this other person then? It'll probably show up on the map, won't it? Elms Ridge, Glenfaff and Home. Alright, oh, she's probably in the market. If she's a trader, she's probably in the market then. Ah, well, can't just break into people's houses. Ah.
Hey.
Pestle shadow creeps around the dais. Whew. Leancy.
Estremor.
Oh, wow. I just burst into her house and she welcomed me. A nice person. Tell me about yourself. The locals have called me a wise woman. A term of respect, I'm sure, but it makes me feel my years. I'm an herbalist and healer. I spend most of my time caring for the ill, helping with the delivery of children, and making remedies for those in pain. I like your songbird. Does it have a name? Well, he does. She blushes, but I ought not to have him let my friend's daughter name him. The name is long and rather silly. The shorter version is Speaker. She rolls her eyes and smiles. The next bird I have will be named after an Anamphaf. Huh. Seeds and husks. Alright, she's probably going to come up to be important in a later quest. Not right now. Whoa, we just have a Stelgar walking around. Oh, what's going on? Still Estremor. The rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anamfafa. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. I came to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. The guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. Turns to you again, his knuckles winding around the shaft of his spear. Always too cozy with the Estremorwen. Go then, and mind your step around the sacred stones. Yo, Fire Emblem? The Sacred Stones? Oh, there's Alarhi. And we got... It's time to fight.
Hey.
Maybe? An old elven woman stands tall and proud, surrounded by Glenfaffin warriors. That study her every move. You speak on Renato's behalf, I presume? I knew he would convince someone to do his bidding. I did not suspect he would be the Estremor involved in all the chaos that defines Bay. She tilts her head to the side and blinks slowly. Does the presence of my armed entourage concern you? You're expecting a defenseless shopkeeper, am I right? Alarhi raises her dye-stained hand just as one of her guards begin to lurch forward. Stillness, she barks at her attendant. Give the Estremor a chance to speak. We're not dear wooden beasts. Here, hospitality reigns. Envoy of the Valiant, speak the message you were sent for. I want to hear your side of the story. The first step of any sensible path, she muses. Renato did purchase from me several bushels of Eard Glolef, and for it he paid a high price, but did so willingly, saying it was a bargain, right as he handed me his copper. It was after our trade that the Valiant spit his venom. Alarhi's voice grows angry. Renato accused me of trickery, of fraud, claiming I delivered withered likenesses of Elard Gola, and not the genuine root. Such nerve. For in truth, he is beyond the help of Ilargola. He holds a blue-dyed finger in the air before curling it down slowly, smiling as she does. Renato's old bow isn't firm enough for a full draw. No amount of Ilargola will give him the spear of a young hunter. Whoa. Wait, are we trading in Viagra here? Fair deal was made, and now Renato objects, angry that his withered family plow is beyond herbal remedies. She shakes her head, her voice becoming growl. I have never sold anyone a remedy I knew to be false. If Renato does not silence his slanderous tongue, we will do it for him. What kind of punishment do you have in mind for him? Renato has slandered his hosts, making him no longer a guest. The merchant must vanish from Twin Elms. She crosses her arms under the sleeves of her robe. But Glenfath and hospitality must be observed, always. He is to be given a chance to leave on his feet before he bleeds on his back. Deliver, in our name, a warning. Tell Renato that if he does not leave, he will be accused of conspiring to pilfer Angwithan relics from her. Are you going to frame him? He won't risk a trial by the Council of Anamfatha. Laurie draws a small wooden cage from the folds of her robe. If he won't listen, tell him his faulty member will end in a cage, just like this black beetle. Food for our birds. Oh, well. I'll do it.
Hey.
Am I going to have to end up paying him for the thing? I mean, I don't mind. Honestly, money's not super tight in this game. Alright, let's see if there's anything for us to do at the market before we go back to that guy and tell him, look, man, came for Viagra and didn't work out too well. You know, nothing can. Unless it's past your prime, you're past your prime, dude. Nothing you could do. Child. Tamara. Well, they have a name.
Builder's wisdom to you.
I hold here the best hides in your Glenfath. Hides so thick the Stelgor cannot claw through. Boots so supple they will smother the sound of your steps. I bear it on my skin. I sell hides from every one of Glen Galloway's beasts. Estromore would come from every village to see them, and know us for great hunters. Every hide bears the tale of a great hunt, and our traders bear them in turn to every corner of the lands. Well, it's just hide armor. Okay. Anything special? Oh, they're exceptional. Alright, she has good goods.
Hey.
Darwin. What the hell is this?
Builder's wisdom to you.
The thick-framed woman smiles broadly as you approach. Ah, I see you have heard it. Good blade has a voice, and it sings to its wielder. What weapon called you forward? Perhaps a bow, then. You could fell a boar from 100 paces with one of these. Maybe you prefer something small. I hold here many fine daggers. I know there's something here to your liking. Whoa, 7K. Starcaller. It's a flail. Warhammer. These are all pretty strong. These one-handed? Wow, it's a one-handed weapon that does 17 to 25. That's pretty strong. Helmet of Dark Sea. What is this? Oh, Perception 2. Helmets are really rare in this game, actually, so I'm gonna buy it. Do I have any torches? Yep. Let's see. Well, he needs perception because he's gonna be checking the traps. Mazdwin.
Hail, Estromore.
Tell me about your trade. Oh, we just gets food.
What brings you here?
Oh. Oh, this got guns. Holy shit! This thing costs 13K.
Hey.
That's.
You must gather your.
That's pretty nuts. Second. Oh, alright. Alright, man. I mean, it is kind of your fault. You. Okay, let's see. Oh, secret society of animancers traveling around the Eastern Reach, promising to restore life to lost loved ones. They perform their rituals at clandestine meetings in various cities, never staying in one place for more than a few days. Though some spark of life appears to be restored to the bodies they revive, authorities suspect the group is behind abductions, murders, vivisections, and other ghastly practices that appear to be required by their methods. To make matters worse, those restored to life rapidly decompose or go mad within days of their resurrection. Concerned animancers and various civic authorities are seeking help in tracking down those responsible. Alright, well. Alof's, that's like Alof's job, right? Oh. A tabby cat snaps out of its plastic stupor as you approach. It opens its eyes wide, following your every step before trotting to your side to rub against your legs. Wow, just get a pet like that? That's cool. Where is he? He's over here, right? Alright, man. Time to warn him. He's about to get his ass kicked out of here.
Well met, friend.
Laurie gave me this. Suffer wish she could shove that beetle on her feet in mating. Oh, damn. Her and her face. He reaches out to strike the cage out from your hands. Quickly grab it. Oh, wow, savage, filthy animals. This damn city will burn. You hear a whistling sound from nearby. I'll kill you. Renato's voice gurgles. Whoa, he just dies? It's not our custom to tolerate squabbles between us and Morwen. The huntress begins to turn around, where her face lingers in your direction. The faint semblance of a smile across her lips. I'm sure you understand. Whoa. Well, that's... Well...
Hey.
Actually, let me see if I could stop that. Hey, I would have paid for your losses, man, but you can't control your temper. That's a problem. Let's see if I can prevent
Well
that.
met, friend.
Oh, no, never mind. He can't. Time to go for the last option. See if that makes any difference. Probably not. All right.
Hail and well met.
Guess nothing. Yeah, look, man, I tried to save your ass. Was there another option? Hold on. Oh, well.
Hey.
For the option for her, you needed reputation for whatchamacallit. You needed reputation for Twin Elms. Probably just like, oh. What? Hey, that guy wasn't willing to accept. Go to Oldsong, I go to Oldsong, or I can go to Elms Reach. Burial Isle is the most sacred place, right? Northfield is where I needed to go. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay, so I need to go to Elms Reach for that. Let's go to Oldsong first then. Let's go to Oldsong. Always go to the one you don't need to. First, before you go to the obviously important one. Hey, look, man, I try really hard to let you live. Well, you have a name, so you're probably important.
Builder's wisdom to you.
An Orlan woman stares at the sky with an air of deep contemplation. She occasionally puffs from a wooden pipe, blowing smoke into perfect rings. What stands before me? She wipes her lips with the back of her hand. Her teeth, uneven and pointy, are stained red. I do not see Estromor one often. She picks the remains of an ochre root stuck in her gums. And believe me, I see many things. Perhaps you want to see them too, yes? Chester's behind an assortment of plants, roots, and files. Alright, let's sell, just sell some grimoires. Damn. Just like, yo, this lady sells plants and stuff, and I just throw so much stuff. Just dump all this armor and weapons in front of her and go, here, you know you want it. What is this? Oh. Alright. Well.
Hey.
They claim so, yes. The high oak rarely stands under the shade of Elm's Reach anymore.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey.
Let's go around, talk to everybody.
Hey.
What?
All right then.
I should probably go back just to get Hierovas.
Hey.
Let me see what's around here. Burial Isle, Noon Frost, Oldsong's Pass. Galloway's Maw.
Of course.
Well, actually, we gotta go get Hierovas because he needs something from Galloway or whatever. Finishes 7 hours. Alright. Well, by the time we get back to Kate Newman, he'll be done. Whew. I mean, Hierovas probably has a lot to say about all this stuff.
Amazing. You could fit a whole village in here.
Alright, let's switch. Who do I dismiss?
See you when I see you.
Let's rest up.
Yeah?
Off we go. Back to Oldsong. This entire episode is probably going to be spent exploring this area.
Ah.
There's a lot of herbs you could just... Whoa! What's going on? Whoa. Wait, something here. They have names. Alright, 2 wood elves, a man and a woman. Wear colorful robes, embroidered with a matching emblem, a winged egg. Apart from the clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continuously scowls at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers, and his shade-dappled face is tranquil as a cloudless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, hmm? This is a disgrace.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
What is this winged
dragon.
terror?
One that has taken up residence in the Nest, the true temple of Helia, and slain many of her faithful. And one which Anuin has been in favor of killing from the beginning.
That's how you pronounce that?
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anumfoth's ransom for the job.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. They'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon.
Alright, I can go after it.
You could.
What she means is that this is no mere drake, but a fully grown dragon. And one that has willingly moved into a populated area. You'll want every advantage at your disposal, including the blessing of the Sky Mother herself. I would suggest that you petition her directly at Ter Evron, if you haven't already.
You want to follow this path here. You'll pass through the North Weald, but the way up the mountain continues from there. It's near one of those big circles laid by the builders. Question though. Has this thing sort of thing happened before? Never, or our order would have started to resemble the Fangs a long time ago. That dragon came up here. Only the gods know. I suspect it's a test of fate from Hylia herself, but who can say? Well said, Heravos interrupts with a chuckle. These two have a bit of whale in them. He breathes in deeply, smiling as if awash in the smell of baked goods. This is a mystical playground, controlled by unknowable deities. There's so many other things to worry about than the how and why of, well, anything. When did this dragon first show up? He looks skyward, thinking, several weeks ago, the creature cloaked the sky like a thundercloud, descended upon us all at once. There was no warning. She opens her mouth, a crooked sneer on her face, but seems to think better of whatever she was about to say. After a pause, she says nothing. We truly wish we could tell you more, but like the rest of Hylia's faithful, we were running for our lives, and we were more fortunate than most. Perhaps this story. Let us be clear. You suggest there's some misdeed in our midst, that we've committed a crime against our goddess or some other and received our just punishment. Your mind wouldn't go there immediately unless you had a guilty conscience. Onward, please. I don't know why these things happen. Why our own mother goddess allows scores of her followers to perish among flames. She narrows her eyes, speaking between her teeth. And if you ever discover why, I invite you to come back and tell the rest of us. It's the temple.
You hear this, Wag?
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure he meant nothing by it. Forgive my consort. She's been rather excited.
Hey, I'm about to slay a dragon for you,
this
alright?
This is not, as you seem to recognize, our actual temple. It's merely a shrine we've set up after the business with the dragon. Why, she's the goddess of song, art, the sky, and maternity. She's gentle and brilliant, speaking to her followers in dreams, inspiration, and birdsong. It is said that she wears a cloak adorned with a feather from every bird known to kith or wilder, and that she manifests in the flocks
Man, you're
themselves.
really passionate about this.
Aye, and in the screams of childbearing, which I can assure you is not so beauteous a thing.
This is true, which is why midwives are widely considered clergy of Helia, as are many artists and poets. In any case, those of us who follow her feel closest to her splendor in a place where we might share light, song, and a view of the blessed sky.
Yeah, well, also sends dragons, eh? Alright. That's fine. Another dragon we gotta go kill. Oh, what is this? Oh, we got some, Noon Frost. Oh. Alright, can we go in here? Oh, yeah, it's over here. It's a freaking cave?
Just be glad we aren't going through the back door to this place.
In we go. God damn. If he's the god of hunter and prey,
That cowering cat in the back of the mall.
Then track her down and tell her yourself.
what the hell is that?
Come to see the great Oernos, Estremor? He's out for a hunt, but he'll be back. Unlike that lioness, he doesn't stay cooped up in here for long. Because she holes up at the back of the maw, surrounded by her pride and the natural hazards of this place. It's not the proper way to meet a challenger. She's got to come out and face Oernos to keep her claim. Anyway, her prime is past. Putting that old beast down would be a mercy at this point.
This spoiled a tradition of a big showdown, but if she retreats from our fight, there's no point in waiting. Kill her, and that'll be proof, and now she's not a fit champion.
We wait for the big confrontation, but the wait grows exhausting. While Sul hides in the back of the maw, Oernos is denied his victory, and we're all denied the champion we deserve.
Oh. What is this? The blood freezing their hands. An Orlan woman stands ankle deep in the sand, sharpening a spearhead. You must be Bethel's new Estremor. Truth is, when I heard she let another in, I almost went to the Passage of Six myself to share words. Have the other foreigners come here? Clan Felon, worshippers of Remigard, they claim, simply looters and defilers by another name. That's the truth. The spearhead flashes and shakes at the door. They disappeared behind the doors of Noonfrost, and now our lake turns to ice, and the cold creeps ever closer. Yet Bethel is timid, and she has convinced the other Anamfafa that we must respect these Estremor and their traditions, no matter what mischief grinds their hands. She raises her hand, slowly looking back at that entrance. Bethel's looking for her. Soft words accomplish little, yet they fill the mouths of Estremor. I sent my own sister, one of the finest scouts, to sniff out the pale elves' corruption. I was certain the Anamfafa could not ignore the defilement in Noonfrost once Alwa's own eyes had seen it, but she still hasn't returned. She looks away. Now I bear the responsibility of her fate, and I can't send the Fangs after her without openly defying the Anamfafa. I could look for her. She gives you a guarded look. I don't dare to hope. Whatever catastrophe has befallen Noonfrost does not feel like the work of Kif, but nothing would bring me greater joy than seeing her again. She glances at the sand and frowns. I'll take any assistance you can give. An ancient place of beasts and dangers. As followers of the clever hound, we assemble and train here as hunters, warriors, and defenders of the Builder's sacred places. Chaos pervades them all, and more than ever. Oh, that's a typo. Due to the stalemate between the beasts. But Deswyn refuses to intervene, and many itch to settle the matter over blood.
I'm ready.
Kareth, this is no place for sightseeing, even for you. The beasts of Galawain's Maw are dangerous, and now more than ever.
What's wrong with the beasts?
They won't fight.
What's wrong with that?
It is not Galawain's way, and it is not the way of the Maw.
The Maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often a challenger comes along, and the two battle for territory. But Sol remains in her den, and Oernos can't confront her there. Now, two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds, and it's thinning patience around here too. Okay, so they like have a weird mini ecosystem in there. And the food chain can't support two predators at the top. And is waiting. It's not the deliberate, watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. But I'm powerless to act. One half of the Fangs will cry favoritism if I try to drag the lioness out myself. What to know about? There's never been a more cunning hunter than Sul, but some say she's losing her edge. Oernos, on the other hand, is all edge, and many of our number think he's the rightful successor. His fingers drum a restless rhythm on his thigh. Blood simmering. It's going to boil over if Lo doesn't spell soon. What do you favor Sul? I see both sides. Sul's cunning is unmatched, but Oernos is the mightier of the two. Both embody traits prized by Galawain. And a clever one from the looks at you. No harm in letting you try, I suppose. Anything's better than this endless waiting. If you can somehow bring this to a resolution, these tensions will end. If not, He grins. The beast will make short work of you. Gives you a heavy iron key. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the mall, but you understand that you do so at your own risk. And Soul's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do whatever you can to end the stalemate.
Yes, a den of beasts sacred to the Lord of the Hunt himself. Historically, the greatest predator of Air Glanfoth has claimed the back of the maw as its lair. Lately, however, there's been some dispute as to who should occupy that position. And it's leading to discord among our hunters.
Okay. He's a leader of the Fangs, huh? Give me a second. Alright. One of our members come from all the tribes. Most of us were born through Tustelgar, Fisher Crane, and Keepers of the Stone, naturally. Where can I find Soul? Straight at the back of the mall. You can get through either way, but mind where your feet step. The mall is a dangerous place, and Soul's pride and her advocates are on alert. Where's ours?
I'm ready.
Okay, so that's the mall.
I understand.
Oh, no, can't do it. Sending our own sister. Whoa, what? Wait. Wait, why do they have human members here?
I'm ready. Up. I'm ready.
Where the hell is this? Oh, this goes up. Whoa. Oh, they do have traps.
Eyes open.
Okay, well.
I'm
They
ready.
have traps. I gotta send to Reds first then. Alright, whatever. Well, this is what happens when you put on story time. Every fight becomes just...
What? That's settled. Hmm?
Oh. Whoa. This trap's actually too hard for him? Alright, well. Am I close to leveling again? Nope. We're pretty far.
I'm ready.
What's that, flaming sword?
I'm ready.
What?
Okay, well.
What?
I'm
Nope.
ready.
Gotta keep,
Fine. That's settled.
oh, shortcut.
Something over there.
Nope. Wow, there's so many freaking traps. Well, they're supposedly the cunning ones, right? Detonating.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves. And the fire shows me something new.
Wow, why are these traps so hard? Oh, I guess that's where the boss is. Galloway's Shrine.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Slow and silent.
Oh. Whoa. Huge ass beast. Erenci. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen. A sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Sol's domain, Estromor. She shall not leave it for Ouranos or any other challenger. Why does Sol refuse to face Ouranos? Ouranos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear supporters want is for Sol to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Sol has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantage to each. It's not for us to decide that some are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl, and Erenci smiles. Also, Sol has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Sol or Ouranos. But if Sol is killed in combat, the bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then our cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here with Sol? Defending the rightful champion of Galloway's Maw. Ouranos supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on her own. I'll deal with Ouranos. Good. That bear isn't nearly as strong as I did, and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear can be killed, that would cure everyone of their delusions about it. Heravas glares at you with a worried smirk. I wonder what Galloway will think of all this. His great lioness gets someone else to deal with her challenger. He falls silent for a moment before becoming instantly cheerful, and I would love to watch someone other than me offend the secret god. I can't wait to see how he tests them for their lack of decisiveness. There's the bear. Oh, man, you guys just got giant animals. This is the Naruto fight, man? Let's do this.
I'm ready.
Here he comes.
I'm ready.
Huh, too much waiting. Someone's gonna happen soon.
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
Oh, gotta fight. Have any other AoEs? No, nothing. Reform.
I'm ready.
Alright, well, that's it for that.
I understand. I'm ready.
It's kind of weird that each animal has their human posse. It's really weird. Alright.
Still looking around?
I've dealt with the situation, and Sol remains champion. Many of the Fangs are gladdened to see her stay. Perhaps it's Galloway's way of telling us to remember our roots and prize our cunning as hunters. Thanks for your help, Cardiff. May Galloway guide your path. Take this with our thanks. He seems suddenly to remember something. You might want to visit Tyr Everon to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors for those who prove themselves. Where does that upstairs lead to? Actually. hell does this lead to? Oh, hold on. First week. Ah, well. This one crafted thing. It's not a big deal. Oh, this leads next to frickin' these two guys. Anything else? Oh, Noon Frost. Oh, Noon Frost is where I was supposed to go with the... Noon Frost. It gets getting colder. I'm not sure I'll be able to find myself next time nature calls. Oh, it's another freaking prison of, well. Here we go. Vesgel, the pale elf searches you with ice-cold, ice-blue eyes. She shifts and knits her fingers together. Welcome to Noonfrost. Most of the temple is currently closed for sacred ceremonies to Rimgrand. She forces a smile and waves to the eastern doorway. The shrine is to your right. You're welcome to make your offerings to Rimgrand there, but the rest of the temple is off limits. Rimgrand is the god of winter. It's been many years since this temple is attended to. Nothing strange about a little chill around the place now. If it bothers you, perhaps you should go and try to push me out right now. He's the god of cold, entrophy, and collapse. Many see him as a harsh god, but few recognize that he also gives life in his own way. All things wind to a merciful end in his shadow, but only to feed creation elsewhere. She frowns, gnawing her lip, but he is a silent god, and his ways are mysterious. To follow him is to accept inevitability without explanation. In this matter and in the legacy, it seems the gods are often silent when we most crave guidance. Why is most of it closed? We're in the middle of sacred ceremonies. They're rather complex, and we don't permit outsiders to witness them. Others in my clan get rather touchy about them, which is why you should visit the shrine and take your leave. My clan journeyed from the White That Wends to pay homage to Rimmergrand here in Noonfrost. We learned that this place had been abandoned for several years, and we felt it is our duty to tend to one of the god's oldest temples. It's been a long journey, but Rimmergrand demands endurance. No doubt he will reward us for ours. Right,
I'm ready.
We're gonna see something here that so anxious to get us out of here. Clearly something's up, right?
Ah.
Should visit the shrine. Hold Wanderer. Okay. Entering beyond all doors is forbidden. Do not trespass. Okay. It's gonna turn it's gonna aggro everybody. Okay. There's a shrine. Each line and wrinkle of the warrior's weather-beaten frown has been chiseled from the ice.
I can do that. That's settled.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
Stole a key. Yeah, hold on. He didn't see us with that, so...
I can do that.
Door. Close this? Nope.
Death, take you!
Is this supposed to be a stealth section or something? As long as they don't see you, it should be fine, right? We should sneak.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Something over there.
Alright. There you go. A young Orlin scrambles on the stone floor, pressing her back against the wall and baring her teeth at you. As you step into the room, she squints and turns her large ears towards you. A heavy sigh escapes her tiny body. Beast, take me. My eyes mistook you for one of them. Please, get me out of here. What happened to you? When noon frost began freezing the lake, my sister, Alarha, sent me out to seek out the cause. The pale elf Estrelorn seized me before I could report back. These pale elves are behind it. They showed up in Twin Elves not long ago, saying they wanted to see to the upkeep of Noon Frost. I don't know how, but they opened the frost-hewn breach at the back of the temple. Sucks warmth and life straight into their frozen god's barren domain. They've got to be stopped. It's only a matter of time before the cold spreads further. Talking about the preacher. Clad in pale elves from the white that wins, devotees of Rimmergrand, or so they claim. Their actions suggest other intent. They've come to fight, ready to fight. Wizards, priests, and paladins. A wizard named Glassval leads them, a man obsessed with the frost-hewn breach. My ears hear him through the wall, casting spells and calling upon strange powers. I don't know what he wants with it, but no good can come of it. Alright.
I'm ready.
Okay. We have to fight our way through.
Bring your end.
Then
We're here ready to fight, right?
On the hunt.
I guess we did the right thing. The breach must be on the other side then.
This ends here.
It must be super weak against burn, right? They worship ice. Trying to sneak past as many of them as I can. But
slow and silent.
A simple test. That's settled.
let's do it. Gotta kill the healer first.
Sharp as steel.
Golden Republic!
I'm ready.
Okay, whoa, we got, assuming this is what they were talking about?
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Oh. Here we go. Just pulls energy into them. As you near the platform, the temperature drops sharply. Something saps every bit of warmth from the air, leaving the breath of your lungs cold as it escapes your lips. You see a doorway filled in with glowing ice. Silhouetted against it is an elven man, his arms outstretched.
What have you done? This useless slaughter, Please, just let me finish what we came here to do.
What's going on? We're reaching out to Rimmergrand, the last way we know how. Please, I must concentrate. Release her captive. She's not equipped to handle this cold like you are. She'll die here. Well, she didn't want to just... You didn't just kill her, so something's up. What's the problem? Alright.
I'm ready.
Well, he intentionally let her go. is all
A simple test. A simple test. A simple test. That's settled.
Gonna take everything then.
I'll stay out of sight.
What is over here? What the hell is back here?
And the fire shows me something new.
What happens? So what is he trying to do here?
I'm ready.
Hold on, let me save this then.
I'm ready.
Trying to reach out to their god.
Need
But
something?
I'm ready.
they can convince the girl to that maybe we shouldn't just go in and attack. I convinced the elves to let you go. The savages hear reason? You must be smooth-tongued indeed. Thank you, Estromor. Alright, well, if they, you know, let you go willingly, maybe we shouldn't talk to that lady and see what's up. Alright. Time to go back and talk to them. I guess it's not causing damage to anybody outside the thing, right? Like Noonfrost, so it's not the worst. I'm gonna go back and talk to freaking. Oh, feels like I've been reborn. Come by them all sometime. The rest of the Fangs will want to meet the cunning instrument free. Alright, let's go talk to.
You must gather your.
Let's go talk to the sister and convince her to leave those guys alone, I guess. Oh, that's it? We don't have to talk to anything? Or no, Larha's over here. Never mind. I found them. I freed her from Noonfrost. She's just enjoying the fresh air before she returns. I was wrong about you, Estromor. I did not see you truly. Oh, time to convince her to hopefully have a non-violent solution to all this. Oh, the Morning Circle completed. Alright, the secret society, known as the Morning Circle, repeatedly eluded Alof's pursuit. As soon as Alof discovered the latest location, they would begin the process of moving to a new town. It turned out that the Morning Circle had an extensive spy network at their disposal. Eventually, Alof managed to capture a senior member of the group who was more than willing to give up information on her brothers and sisters. In a Rhodes End Charnel house, Alof entrusted soldiers of the Manhem family, confronted and killed most of the cult's leaders. Though some of the members of the group survived, the Earl of Hellsgate, Freya Manhem, was confident that their power in Deerwood was broken. Denial, anger, what the hell? Oh, it's the 5 stages of mourning. Alright, what the hell does this do? Oh wow, you get a lot of buff. Oh, but you get no -1 resolve though. Huh. These gloves were recovered from the animancy cult known as the Morning Circle, who traveled the Eastern Reach promising to bring back the dead. The promises were recovered for horrific experiments, including abductions, murders, and vivisection. Vivisection. Despite the name of the group, the power of the gloves is unleashed after the wearer kills an enemy. Who's that good for? Is it in his inventory? I guess it would be. Oh well.
I'm ready.
Many blessings, traveler.
How are you? Oh, blooded hunter. What? You get a skill from her? That's cool. Let's see. Whoa, just permanently gives you +1 damage reduction. That's really cool. Alright. Yo, give me those permanent stats, yo. Feels good. Let's go visit the main leaders, and we can call it an end, probably. Whew. We'll call me Estromor all the time.
I'm ready.
Oh, Sagani level. Oh, I need more. I want to get to 13 so she gets damage reduction 3, but maybe flanked enemies damage bonus is actually better. Oh well. Brutal takedown. Marksman? Oh, there we go. That's fine.
I'm ready.
Anything else? No, nothing. Alright. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Wait, do I have to go north for Oldsong? Hold up. Oh, Oldsong's pass. Let's say I gotta go north through Northweald. Yep, that leads to Northweald. Problem, I don't want to go there yet. They've got a bunch of quests that involve me going there. This entire thing has been, gotta solve everyone's problems for them typical RPG protagonists. What is this? Glenfappen home, Glenfappen home. Hall of Warriors, Blood Sands, Tyr Everon. Okay, Tyr Everon is where we want to go. The Golden Grove.
I'm ready.
Hold up. Say? Nothing? Nope, there's nothing here. I don't want to just... Never before has a man slipped past with so much ease. A sign, a dark sign. This comes past. Okay.
Estromor.
Excuse us, we are not used to your kind here under the great trees. Tell me of the man you speak of. Not Glenfappen. Broke into the tower, here in Elm's Reach. Nobody saw him come, not even the Dillon. He moved in silence, like a Stelguard in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. We heard the stones crack when he stepped inside Tyr Everon. Dark omen, I say. Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
Assassins at large, huh? Go to House All Warriors. Alright, you know what? Let's deal with them. Their blood sands. check out the Hall of Warriors then, I guess. We already did something for the Fangs, right? Let's see. Simok.
Tread carefully, Estermore.
Yeah. I heard it from your other people too. There's not many Estromor who are permitted into our sacred city. Bethel must be feeling especially soft today. Come to hear your future at Tir Everon, or to make your own at Blood Sands? What's Blood Sands? An ancient place of sacrifice in a cave by the great elms themselves. Restin and his druids have been an integral part of Glanfaffin's society for generations, no matter what some of the other tribes might say. Lyra Glanfaff has held its own against the Estromorn, because some of us still understand the power of sacrifice. Does the thought of making you uncomfortable? It should. It's what kept our society alive for so long. Something else. You don't seem fond of us. I fought in the Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. I saw my brethren cut down, defending the place of the builders, and I shed blood alongside Galvin Regt himself. Now the Estromorn seem to think that they will find a cure for their empty children among our sites, or worse, that they will find sanctuary in our lands. His gaze darkens, and I see what happens when they set their sights on Glanfaffin's soil. Well, he does have a point. Kiribos mutters under his breath. You learn not to trust your neighbors when they defile your lands, habitually, for several generations. He's got all the reason to work. Have pity. And when the Estromorn would invade us in force and bring their plague here, one of our children. In my 250 years, I've led my people through 2 wars. Our borders have remained intact, largely due to the reputation of Dritus Stilgar. His voice drops to a growl. I've sired a dozen children, but none have been deemed fit to take my place. I care nothing for the legacies that obsess the Estromorn lords, but it is important that my successors continue this path. Not entirely. We believe that the souls of our ancestors come back to us, that a strong soul may bear many more. But all souls must be tested by our elders. The Rio will look first among my children for a successor, but their souls were weak. Ordinarily, they have turned to others in my tribe, to clan heads and their families. Ordinarily. But we share a tradition of fostering the children of many tribes, of other tribes, and the Anamfoth of the Fisher Crane has trusted his youngest to my care. He grimaces. As none of my own blood are fit to take my place, the Rio will look next to this balk child, the kin of another Anamfoth, and my foster daughter, to take my place. You should be so lucky. This young Fisher Crane lass is a great gift. You should be thankful. Hervas' voice becomes a low whisper, especially given your familial feebleness. Couldn't you just send her back to her family? That would be a grave insult to the Fisher Crane. The repercussions with the other Anamfafa would be severe. I have no doubt she'll make a fine leader, but not among Dritus Stilgar. The Orlans of Fisher Crane have lived in Dane Bog for 1,000 years. They are cunning and furtive by nature, which serves them well when they have swamplands to hide their movements. He crosses his arms, but this will not deter the Estromorn when on open ground. I think you underestimate what a few stealthy archers can do. He points at the warriors gathered near the fire. Our savagery has deterred the Estromorn from further encroachment. They still tell of our deeds in the Broken Stone War, but if a child of Fisher Crane leads our tribe, we will lose that boldness, and the Estromorn will lose their fear of us. The child will be influenced by the souls of our ancestors. In times of crisis, she will look to her kin in Dane Bog for guidance. No matter what I might try to teach her, it will not be enough. Because there's a way you can help. Few have the stomach for it, but I think you have the perspective to see why certain... Oh wow, are you telling me to assassinate her? This Orlan girl has the soul of a leader. If it were passed to one of my own offspring, our tribe would remain strong. A Stilgar at Simok's side scratches his massive head on the Anamfoth's hit leg. He remains steady on his feet. The Druids of Bloodsand have a way to do this, and they understand the importance of a strong line of succession for Dritus Stilgar. So many empty children, empty families, and he would steal this child's essence for ambition? Let his ways die. Let his line end. If this is what it means. There's a house in southeastern Oldsong next to the river. The child will be asleep, and I've arranged for her to be unattended for a time. Take her and bring her to Keeper Wordha in Blood Sands. She knows what must be done. When she presents you with the liquid essence, bring it back to me. I won't do this. I do not relish the deed, but 2 centuries of leadership have taught me that all things bear costs. Consider it well, Estromor. I am not above rewarding those who are of service. You must not do this, Watcher. We have come to save the children, the future of Tyrwin. I will not stand by if you do this evil. The boldest and fiercest of the 6 great tribes of your clan family. It was we who first defended against Estromor, came to shore 200 years ago. We have always been the border tribe, and it has always fallen to us to hold the line against outsiders and invaders. The way they keep mentioning battles of old, you'd think they're the 3-tusked martyr tribe. They are indeed fierce, and their history is rife with glorious deeds. I sometimes think they'd fight the other tribes if they didn't have trespassers to hunt. We only have such births here on occasion. It has made us more vigilant about our neighbors. There are some of us who believe you're unolphan to be a punishment for the defilement of the builder's site. Others say it's a plague carried by the Estromor. All answers to fit their hatred. There's no reason to believe a word of it is true.
I'm ready.
Well. What the hell is this? Lyris. A young man approaches you with a swift and purposeful stride. While you've never met him before, he has the same stern look as wild look as Samok. He doesn't speak until he's right next to you. When he does, his voice is quiet. Wait, I saw you speaking with my father. What's this about? He asked you to sacrifice Vela, hasn't he? He grits his teeth. Maybe he's right about 3-tusked Stilgar growing weak. But if this is the price of strength, it isn't worth it. The tribes have survived this long because we've stuck together. Did he just? Heravas looks at you puzzled with a puzzled expression across his face. Did a 3-tusked Stilgar just say something wise? I do indeed live in strange times. I would never. Yeah. Do you have another idea? There's a herbalist among the Ovids of the Golden Grove. Bledha, that's her name. They all gather southeast of here, by the river. She could brew a poison. Samok wouldn't know the difference until it's too late. There's the family resemblance. Want me to murder your father? Let me guess, if Samok dies, you're next in line. It's not like that. The Rio have already determined that my soul isn't strong enough. Whoever follows my father, it won't be me. There's an easier way to kill Samok. Oh, no. Why not just return this child? It's complicated. A child sent to be fostered by another tribe isn't allowed to return. Unfortunately, explaining that we're shielding her from my father would make matters much worse for both tribes. Gotta think about this. Oh, well.
I'm ready.
Let me go talk to see what the... Well, the poison seems like a better... alternative. Lyris.
I'm ready.
Okay, I guess we have to do this. What do I have to do to get the poison?
I understand.
How long have we been going? We've been going an hour and a half. Alright, let's see. Sacrificial bloodlines.
I'm ready.
Wait, well, he didn't tell me about the poison. Oh, something's happened. Oh, Deus again.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara ex Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
Okay, you honor me?
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now.
You want me to be a spy? That's why I'm guessing where this is going.
We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
How would we reach her?
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
How will we get Iovara to move to Oceanus?
You told me once that you had never met Iovara. Now you will tell me the truth.
Oh, Theo stares into your eyes. He seems never to blink. A rush of panic spreads through your body. You can feel the sweat beginning to seep through your skin. You want to be anywhere else, but there's no escaping his gaze.
I see. And did she return the sentiment? I trust that you will snuff out this flame if it still burns.
For traumatic
The gods
reasons.
do not take pity on traitors.
Wow.
You are wise to be forthcoming with me.
Nope.
I am
Well,
willing
only
to
because
forget
I
your
didn't have a
prior
choice.
Lapse in memory. You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
That's it for him. Alright, with that, let us end it here. It will continue tomorrow. See you guys next time.